right, y'all. A while back, you were telling us to react to film theories on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. We haven't seen it yet. I used to watch Matt Pat, you know what I'm saying? After all the Five Nights at Freddy's, I kind of slowly tapered off and things of that nature. But yeah, we're going to see what he's going to say about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Compare it with our theories, compare it with some of y'all's theories, and then we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah, I don't really got much to say, but make sure y'all like this video. Let's run them likes up.
Indeed, run the like, sub, share it with your friends, comment, and if you haven't subscribed, slam that subscribe button. We're on the way to 1K. We basically right there, so come on, run it up. But yeah, let's get it. Turn the volume up too. It's also important to note this came out 4 months ago, so it's before the series, the new series, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory, the show that's been ruining puppets for you since 2016. Theorists, it is back. The OG of Internet horror, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, has returned. Now, if you're not familiar with the series, I can't really blame you.
Has he not done a video after it came out?
Sort of update.
This was the most recent one.
To catch you up, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, or
Should I hope?
DHMIS, is a YouTube series created by Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling, where puppets learn important life lessons about
My fault,
creativity,
game.
love, and nutrition.
You think the new series or the OG series was better?
Well spotted there, Doug.
New one had
Something
more comedic
is very
value.
clearly wrong. At a glance,
Other
this
one
show
was more
feels like
creepy.
your typical
But I
Sesame
mean,
Street
Definitely
I guess
more creepy.
I like that the new
program
one
about
is
learning.
longer.
In fact, the visuals are
You get to
such a
enjoy it
good
for longer.
imitation of a kid's
It's
show
more of
that
a story,
you
kind of.
one of my
Yeah.
DHMIS
Especially the last
theories
couple
as made for
episodes.
kids, and tried to shove the thing onto the kids app. At which point I was forced to write an explanation to the machine gods that sometimes the visuals of something don't match the actual content. You see, by the end of every episode, things go horribly off the rails, and lessons about love suddenly turn into cult recruitment tools. Nutrition facts wind up with characters eating each other. The whole thing is a disturbing satire on the nature of kids programming. Luckily, my thoughtfully worded letter to YouTube got him to see reason. The flag was removed, and a generation of toddlers was spared from witnessing this.
It was also the soundtrack. The sound design for it was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's true. It would just
literally pulled the plug
twist.
on the series. But by then, it had already cemented its place as an internet classic. Things were quiet until 2018 when DHMIS uploaded a trailer for a TV show based on the series. Finally, we were going to get to see more from this twisted world. And then nothing for years. Nothing. Until now. On June 19th, DHMIS uploaded their first new video in 3 years. A new trailer titled Fly, confirming that the show would finally see the light of day in September. But you know what? I don't want to wait that long. I want to get started now. We know from past theories that there's a lot more to DHMIS than meets the eye, with each episode being a commentary on everything from children's programming to international politics. And I expect nothing less for the full-length TV series. So despite the teaser clocking in at just 50 seconds, we've analyzed it frame by frame, and I think it's clear what we're in for. A scathing critique on the state of world politics. I expect this new season of DHMIS is going to ultimately
bold assumption from a teaser.
Message. There is a core problem that everyone's ignoring, despite it being right in front of our eyes. And by ignoring it, the world is literally headed towards disaster. We are caught in a cycle of mistakes. And TV, the media at large, is not helping the problem. Yep, got all that from 50 seconds. So come on, friends, there is so much learning to do. As a reminder, our 3 friends at DHMIS are Red Guy, Yellow Guy, and Duck. Based on our past theories, though, we know that they're not just characters in a kids program. Red Guy is the creator of the series. He was a normal guy with an office job who dreamed of creating his own kids show.
See, but this doesn't really coincide with what we know from the last episode.
Yeah.
Dad Roy comes in to financially back the show, which seems like it should be a good thing until he
that kind of matches though.
More ads. Was there an ad there? There was an ad there, wasn't there? Art
Goat.
Life. Oh, it just gets more and more meta. Anyway.
Whoa. I was wondering why he said ads.
He said ads?
Yeah, look, go back a little.
The show, which seems like it should be a good thing until he starts filling it with more and more ads.
And then we had an ad.
Oh.
Was there an ad there?
How did you know where it was going to be? Is it based on like...
Imitating life. Oh, it just gets
it can't be time frames. It seems like it's always where people are most focused on the content, I guess.
And how corporate interest tends to distort the
Points of
education
most
of
interest.
children's programming. Eventually, the red guy has his mind blown when he discovers that he can make the show himself, releasing it on the internet for much cheaper while still maintaining its artistic integrity. Red guy pulls the plug on the TV show when he sees the harmful effect it's having on children, as symbolized by yellow guy. Red guy reboots it on a shoestring budget, but with the freedom for his pure creative voice to be heard. Also, there's Doc. Never really had a good explanation for him, but yeah, he's an actor on the program too. And that's largely
He's
where
the
we
GOAT,
left
my
off.
boy.
Like I mentioned earlier, there was another trailer named Wakey Wakey released back in 2018, but that's since been removed by the creators, instead replaced by this new trailer, Fly. So what horrific life lessons are in store for us in the new series? Let's check it out. We open on some sort
Wasn't
of
there a trailer where they were all
structured
trapped in like a
rocked by either
basement or
explosion
some shit
an
like that?
actual disaster.
Somebody was
Seems to be
trapped in a
house
basement.
based on what we see
I don't
scattered
know.
around the structure.
That might be the one that was
Versatile
deleted, I'm not sure.
mattress, bathtub, what looks to be pipes and heaters, television, all items that you typically see in a house. The moment the TV enters the frame, we actually start to hear the buzzing of flies. Given that Fly is also the name of the video, something tells me that that detail is going to be important. Several shots of our main characters flash by in the
This is kind of just exposing since we've already seen
red guy on the phone,
it.
yellow guy playing a banjo.
And it really
We
is
then
just
fully
speculation
enter
coming
the
out of
reality the
Pat's
show with
mouth.
our three main
Or
characters
Matt,
sitting
whatever
around
his
their
name is.
kitchen table.
But he might have
exactly like they
something,
did in the
I feel
original
like.
series.
Because the dude in the comments, he said to go back and watch it, and it got a bunch of likes. So we're going off of what you guys said. This might reveal something.
Zoom back out of the destroyed house with a "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" title card and a release window of September 2022. Okay, so that initially doesn't seem to be a whole lot to work with, but when you break the trailer down while also looking at the past of the series and its creators, there's actually a ton here. First of all, it's clear that the new show is going to continue its critiques on television and advertising. The framing device of zooming through a ruined house before focusing on a TV at the center of it all is not particularly subtle, but I actually think the release date is our strongest evidence.
Is that house like a real-life version
very important in DHMIS. As we pointed out in past theories,
the
June 19th,
character's
that day
house?
on the back wall of every episode of the show. On that day in
I
1955,
don't know.
stock markets across the world soared so high that they broke practically every record. It was also around this time that the UK television market opened for private companies to make their own TV channels that are focused solely on profit. For a series focused on how advertising corrupts media made for kids, yeah, that is going to be a pivotal moment. The first of these for-profit channels was ITV, founded on September 22nd, 1955. And wouldn't you know it, but this new season of DHMIS is premiering in, wait for it, September 22. For a series that's so concerned
No,
about
I
dates,
feel like that's a
it's not
stretch.
likely
That
that's
doesn't
a
seem-
coincidence. It's also no mistake that the calendar in the show is once again stuck on June 19th, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Next, let's talk about the fly. Clearly, the symbolism of flies is important here. Fly is the title of the video. We hear buzzing flies the moment the television enters the frame. It lands on yellow guy's eye. It gets squished. It is the main thing from the trailer. Flies are also the only aspect of the teaser that exists in both the ruined building and in the world of the show with the television. So the issue or issues that the flies represent exist both in the real world and are infecting the programming itself. But what
It
does
seems
mean?
like good
Well, flies
speculation,
usually
but
a problem. They're
it's
usually
definitely
depicted alongside things that are
not as
dead
important
or
as he's
rotten,
thinking.
rotting fruit, dead bodies,
Yeah,
that
like the
kind of thing.
flies
So
have
DHMIS's commentary here might be
nothing to
indicating that
do with
modern
the series, in
TV
my
or
opinion.
profit with advertisement is
Well, I
either
mean,
a
it's all you
dying
had to
medium
work with.
or is rotten in some way. We children of the internet have known that for a while now, and even the original 6 episodes of DHMIS seem to know that back in 2016. So I feel like that's probably not what they're going for here. Instead, it feels like something is rotten here. Rotting your brain, rotting society. Unclear, but let's keep looking for clues. I bet we'll figure out something.
I
Like,
think
rather
the-
than extending to society, I felt like the show was more just really just a slice of life for these 3 individuals, not really a greater message.
Yeah.
For the TV show, at least.
I don't think the message extends from any further than what we get in the original series until the last episode. At that point, you can tell they're building their own story, but the message behind it, I feel like, is still a little bit vague, which is intentional, obviously. But if anything, I think he'd be right about it still being a critique on media, on, I guess, the control of the advertiser, higher powers per se, which would be, spoilers, the woman in the last episode.
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw, in the woman's room, there was a staircase going up even higher.
There was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I didn't peep that.
Yeah, I thought I said it, but in the corner there's another staircase.
I feel like I faintly remember hearing you say that, but not processing it until now.
Or taken advantage of. Here, the fly lands directly on Yellow Guy's eye, and he reacts. Clearly, Yellow Guy sees the problem. He can't not see it. It is literally on his eyeball. It is symbolic of young people seeing that there's clearly a problem in society.
Wow.
The question is, what is he going to do about it? For now, all we get is a which is consistent with Yellow Guy's reactions in previous episodes. He's naive, uncertain, absorbing ideas along the way. I suspect it has to do with the brief shot of Yellow Guy with the banjo. It's important to note that up to this point, Yellow Guy has never been the one singing the actual songs in the show. He's always getting bombarded with everyone else's lessons. But in this case, he's the one holding the instrument. So maybe we're at a point where we get to hear what Yellow Guy finally has to say. He's stepping
That
up
was
and
good.
taking
That was a
action.
very
Maybe
good
this
guess.
new series is the story of him standing up and doing something for a change.
Yeah.
He sees the fly and he has something to say about it. And then there's Duck. Like I mentioned before, Duck's
Yes,
role in
sir.
the series has always been a bit unclear. But it seems like the creators recently
Comedic
have been
relief.
interested in exploring the character more, considering that in both the deleted Wakey Wakey trailer as well as in Fly, Duck is the one taking center stage. Though the episode Wakey Wakey never aired, summaries of it appeared online after it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. In it, Duck takes advantage of his history as a well-known television personality to step up and fill the power vacuum left by the mayor's disappearance. He's manipulated by a singing key into locking down the city, installing duck-billed cameras everywhere to create a secure surveillance state. And he ultimately blames everything bad that happens on mysterious strangers who are coming to get us. He creates chaos by causing people to suspect their neighbors. And when anyone dissents, Duck drills into the heads of the locals.
Now that seems like a message on propaganda.
At the time, Wakey Wakey seemed to be the creators.
And that one seems like it has more of an intentional theme going there.
Politics of the
For
United
sure.
States. Duck, as a former TV star in political power, sharing many similarities with then President Donald Trump, who was infamous for othering and seeming suspicion over various ethnic groups. But looking at Duck's role now, he seems to represent something much broader. One thing that's always slipped my notice is that Duck's always reading a right-wing newspaper. And that's not me making judgment calls here either. That is literally the name of the newspaper that we see in episode 1. Duck has it again in the computer episode and again here in Fly. So Duck seems to be a right-leaning figure, a conservative. But the creators have added more commentary than just that. Notice that the headline is Power Surge Leads to Blackout. At first I thought that this was just a fun little detail. It's been well documented that during the commercial breaks of soap operas or other popular programs, power grids in the United Kingdom experience a surge of demand as thousands of people simultaneously put kettles on the stove to make their tea. Maybe this shot of Duck was just a small nod to that phenomenon, another way that TV is controlling people's lives and shaping the world. But then I noticed which section of the paper this was in. It's under the opinion section. That sort of news is not the sort of story that should be filed as an opinion. That is a legitimate news story. And so
damn, he was not kidding. He really did analyze every frame, bro.
About the news media, misreporting objective fact as opinion in an attempt to create a false balance between the sides of an issue. It's also
the story of Salad Fingers. I might have actually, I think I might have already seen that one. You guys seen Salad Fingers? Let us know in the comments. That is a cinematic masterpiece.
Which leads to Fly, where Duck sees
It's got world building, character development.
and calls it by the wrong name.
It's too weird for me. I mean, I've watched most of them, but it's still weird.
No, that shit is crazy.
About love when a butterfly gets swatted. Let's look at both of them and see how they compare, since these moments are clearly meant to be parallel. In the first case, Yellow Guy sees the butterfly, gets excited by this beautiful, harmless creature in the outdoors, and Duck kills it without thinking. This drives Yellow Guy away for the rest of the episode to learn about
They're in the
love.
same area as that TV
Fly,
show they
Yellow Guy
watched.
sees something first, in this
The
case,
Mr.
an indicator of
whatever,
problems
the
in
dude and the
modern
dog.
world before Duck swats it down. In both cases, Duck sees something, he fails to recognize it for what it is, and then he kills it without asking questions.
He did the same thing with his
First,
clone.
Duck kills something that's a beautiful part of nature. In the
There can
second,
only be
Fly
one.
should be telling Duck that there's a deeper problem
Despicable.
here. Something is rotting nearby. But Duck calls him a bee. He's failing to recognize that anything is truly wrong. It's symbolic of leaders failing to recognize the bigger problems.
Oh, they doing my dog Green Crow dirty.
Yeah, that's a crazy comparison.
It's a pesky bee, not the rotting corpse that's hidden inside the refrigerator or whatever. It's not clear whether Duck is meant to be a specific right-wing figure here. The creators of the show are British, which would point to the right-wing, soon-to-be former British PM Boris Johnson. Regardless of who it is, it seems like the theme is consistent. Duck and those like him are ignoring the rot around them, pretending everything is fine or just tackling symptoms without getting to the root cause of the problem.
It's interesting that he's connecting them to political leaders. I feel like he does ignore the issues around them, but it's not. I don't know if it's commentary on any of the political figures.
Right where it left off when it comes to thinly veiled political commentary and extremely sharp social observation. In fact, I think they're going to go one step further and not just pick up where they left off.
Please explain this individual right here, bro.
The original 6-episode run of DHMIS ended with the
That's what I want to know. What the fuck does Roy got going on?
We've moved forward in time. We've progressed. Red Guy pulled the plug on his ad-heavy children's show and decided to independently produce it on YouTube. There was hope. There was new opportunity. But now we've regressed. The calendar in Fly has reset to June 19th. Resetting the date seems to be meant to tell us that history is repeating. We're making the same mistakes. We are stuck in a negative cycle, like Duck ignoring the problems, or Yellow Guy who doesn't know enough to recognize history when he sees it. We're going to be reliving the same issues over and over again. We keep swatting the fly.
Again, I don't know if it's a comment. Maybe it is a commentary on society, but it definitely is relevant to them. They're ignoring their same issues over and over. History repeating.
I do not think it extends to like political leaders, right? Like all that stuff.
But to be fair, you probably expect a little bit more.
Yeah,
than what the series actually was.
Also, guess we're gonna have to wait until September to find out more. Suppose it gives me time to figure
Well,
out
it's actually
what shows
October,
that
Matt
currently
Pat.
airing on the BBC.
So we know what
But
happens.
hey, that's just a theory, a film theory, and cuts. And hey, if you want to catch up on our previous theories.
Interesting. I have learned nothing. But it's like I get where he was going with it. He didn't have much to work with. He was on the right track for sure.
Y'all had us regressing in time.
Yeah,
we should be progressing.
I don't think there's a new one. I'll check the channel, but I'm pretty sure this was the most recent. Yeah. So maybe there's someone else with another theory. But like I said, you guys got to let us know in the comments. You guys don't share enough theories, enough speculation. Like, let us know. Drop some likes, comments, etc. Share the video. Sub up. We on the road to 1 motherfucking K, y'all.
No cap.
And yeah, that's it. We gone.